All right, hey. Hello, everybody on YouTube, TikTok. Come on in. Welcome, y'all. Listen, I decided that I was gonna just do a quick crypto masterclass for my people who have missed any of them last year or this year. I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know there's some things that we want to make sure that we do, okay, in this crypto market. So here's the thing: if you have missed any of the, let's say, like the lessons that I've been doing, the crypto 101 that I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, right? We have five more lessons remaining. But if you miss any of those, I want to do just a quick master class to give you some details on a few things pertaining to the cryptocurrency market to help people out. Okay, so I appreciate you all jumping on YouTube, Facebook. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. Shout out to y'all on TikTok. I see you, Mr. Shane or Mr. Shane, Timothy, Harry, Lily, Leonard, Leonardo, my bad, I'm sorry. Shout out to y'all, So welcome, hey, as you're coming on, especially on YouTube, y'all, do me a favor, give the thumbs up first. TikTok, y'all, tap the screen real quick, okay? But YouTube, make sure that you hit the thumbs up, then heart, okay? And the comments, I will really appreciate those as well to let me know that you guys are understanding what I'm sharing, okay? So, so with that being said, if you have not hit the subscribe button on my channel yet on YouTube, do it now, okay? Because we want to make sure that you are aware of what's going on. That's a really great way to support this YouTube channel, y'all. Hit the notification button as well if you have not done it. So that way you know when I'm going live. Like today is a pop-up. So that, now you're like, oh shoot, we on the live. What you talking about? Top five cryptocurrencies of this year of 2025, right? That's what we're gonna go over. So keep tapping the screen. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much. And welcome to Yaya. Welcome, Kimmy. Welcome, John. I see you. Thank you so very much. So look, we're gonna get into it because I know it's probably lunchtime for some of y'all. It's Friday. Y'all ready to get y'all tail off work and all this stuff. So I get it. I used to be there. Thank God I've been retired for the past almost 4 years now. So my days look a little different than it did 4 years ago. Okay, so let's move forward with what we have going on. I do want to say this before I do it, y'all. Remember, y'all, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm going to give you things so that way you can do the research, okay, to make sure that you make the decision for yourself. Okay, I don't want nobody going back saying, "Oh, Leona told me I need to buy this, and then the price went down." You're not throwing me out there. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor, y'all. I'm an investor. I do what I do, but I'm sharing with you guys what I'm doing, and also sharing with you guys the things that did not work for me, because I have been scammed in the cryptocurrency market, not once but twice. And after that second time, I was like, "Yo, I'm done. Like I'm doing my own thing. I'm not listening to nothing nobody said. Like I'm doing my own research." And honestly, getting scammed in the cryptocurrency market for me, y'all, was honestly the best thing to happen because it forced me to lean on my own understanding, to lean on my own research. It forced me to do all of that. Okay. So, yeah, that's the reason why I'm just sharing the way I share. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, y'all. So, and if you do decide to invest in anything, please make sure that you are using money that you are not required to put towards any of your monthly expenses, things that could potentially leave you homeless. Okay, don't put your car note money, don't put your house, your mortgage, your rent, light bill, water bill. Like, don't put that stuff into the market, y'all. Put money that you know you're going to waste. Like, I'm a Starbucks junkie, right? Well, I won't say that. I'm much better now. So if there's anyone else out there that has been like, hooked on Starbucks and stuff like me, like we're recovering, y'all. So I'm recovering over here. So yeah, but normally a trip to Starbucks just for me by myself will be like $28, right? So, and because I don't just get the coffee. So yeah, this $28 that could have went towards something else. And then think about it, y'all. I was going multiple times a week. So it could have easily been almost a $100 week on Starbucks alone. Yeah, think about that. That's it's not doing anything for me, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, in a literal sense, like it's not doing anything for me. So that's money that I was wasting on Starbucks that could have been going into whatever investment. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Please don't put money that you need to cover your monthly expenses. Don't put that into the market. Put the money that you know you waste, because all of us have a vice. Some of y'all, it may be alcohol. Some of you may be weed. Some of you may be buying purses. They don't have to be expensive, y'all, okay? They could be cute, but you just have a habit of I'm just going to buy, you know what I'm saying? In the South, we say, some of us older millennials will say pocketbooks, right? Or we heard our mamas and stuff and grandma say pocketbooks. But whatever your vice is, y'all, you can cut it for a little bit of time to go and put that into an investment, okay? So that's all I'm going to say on that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling y'all things that I have done, things that have worked for me, but also things that have not worked for me, in hopes that you can avoid those same pitfalls, okay? So let's get to it. So I do want to just throw something out there, because these are certain questions that has crossed my mind, but also in talking to other people, I have heard. But I want to know from you, if any of these questions have you asked yourself them, right? So first question is, have you asked yourself, or just said it like recently, like, okay, I understand, you know what I'm saying? Leon over here talking about crypto, okay, but like, girl, what is crypto? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is it? How does it work? Like, I don't, like, how do I make money from it? Like, what is going on with this thing? Because everybody's talking about it. You got the president over here talking about cryptocurrency. You got all these other folks over here talking about cryptocurrency. Leona, what is cryptocurrency? I got you. Okay, we're going to cover that today. So whether you know a little bit, but you don't fully understand how it works, this is why you need to be here today. Okay, so I challenge every one of you tuning in live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Shout out to y'all for keep joining and tapping the screen, right? Share this with someone that you know is curious about crypto. They just started, but they really don't know what they're doing. Y'all know people that they like, yeah, man, I don't got into that crypto thing. You know, that crypto stuff. Like, I don't really know what it is, but I mean, I put a couple $100 in it. Like, this who you need to send it to, okay? Send it to that person. Okay. What if you've asked this question, like, well, Leona, I know a little bit. I don't really understand it like that, but how do I start investing in crypto, right? How do I start investing in crypto? And I see you, my brother is sharing. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. So yeah. So how do you get started? Well, you may have been told like to open a Coinbase or Binance, Crypto.com, Gemini, whatever. You may have been told to open up these accounts, but then you're asking yourself, okay, but after I open up the account, then what? Like, what's my next step? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Okay. If you're feeling like this, it's okay, y'all, because I'm going to help you out. Okay. You may have asked yourself, like, which cryptocurrencies are best for me to invest in, especially as a beginner. You know, as with anything we do, y'all, most of us seek recommendations. Okay, we do. We seek those recommendations. We want to know, you know, what should I start out with? Because that's going to make the transition for some of us easier, especially when we're new. So if that's what you're seeking today, guess what? That's what this is about. That's what this crypto masterclass is for, okay? And then maybe you asked your question like, okay, Leona, I know that I should be getting involved and I'm seeing all of this information about crypto, but like, tell me the truth. Like, is it really safe for me to park some of my money in there? Because I ain't trying to lose no money. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, with any investment, it doesn't matter what it is, y'all, there is a possibility of you losing some money, okay? No investment is guaranteed to turn a profit. And if you know that going in, you're going to be smarter about how much you put into those markets, okay? I don't care if it's real estate. I don't care if it's a stock market. It does not matter, all right? What is this doing? It does not matter, right? Every single market has its risk. But what I will tell you is this is one of the many reasons I found that people are hesitant. The question is that your reason, TikTok? Is that your reason why you're like, I don't know? Like, I hear people talking about it, but know, like, can I really trust this? Is this a legitimate investment? Like, really, is crypto really a legitimate investment? Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, yes, it is. Yes, it is. But again, that's why we're here on today. Okay, so here's what we're gonna cover real quick. All right, we're gonna cover a couple of things because I want you guys in and out of here in the next 45 minutes. All right. Couple things we're going to cover. One is going to be what is cryptocurrency. Okay. So if any of you, especially on TikTok, if y'all have missed any of my free classes that I've been giving over the past 3 weeks, if you missed any of those classes, we're going to talk about what is crypto to help you out today. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about a few things that we want to avoid as a new crypto investor. This is the stuff that I personally wish. Thank you so very much. Pro, appreciate it. So these are some of the things that I wish when I was coming into the market that I would have been told out the gate, and some of them were things that I was told. Okay, so I want to make sure that I share that with you guys as well. And also, we want to talk about why you should start investing in the cryptocurrency market right now. I got it. For some people, you may be like, the price is still high on X, Y, and Z. Y'all, listen, trust me. Trust me when I say, if y'all saw my post on TikTok, I'm showing y'all from the time that I started investing to where Bitcoin specifically is right now and how it has helped me and my family. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So for sure, I want to just let you all know why you should start investing, especially for me with what I was told and why I started investing. I want to make sure that I share that with you guys, okay? Also, we're going to go over a couple of steps to get started investing in the cryptocurrency market. For those of you on TikTok, y'all probably saw it. If you didn't, when I went live on this past Tuesday, I gave y'all real deal step-by-step and showed you how to open up an account, okay? And then we're going to talk about how to move your digital assets next. But first things first, right? We was going to go over how to do the research and all of that stuff to make sure that you're able to get started. Okay. So if you've already had an account and you've done the research, you've done the homework, TikTok. Okay. If you've done the homework, then more than likely you probably made a purchase from Tuesday to present. Okay. If you did the homework, you probably made a purchase. All right. So shout out to you guys that are executors. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is cryptocurrencies to research and consider buying. Again, I'm telling you things that you should research. Don't just go buy the stuff because I said something, y'all. I'm putting specifically on this screen, YouTube and Facebook. Y'all can see it. TikTok, y'all can't, but I'm sharing it. Okay. I'm going to share cryptocurrencies for you to research. Facebook, YouTube, research, and then consider buying based off of your research. Everybody got it? Okay, cool. So appreciate you. I see y'all coming in. Thank you so very much. I see you, Abel. I see you, 007. What's up? I see you, Miami Crypto. A whole lot of J's. I see you, Stacy. I see you, Mucho Mac. Okay, that's a different name. I see you, Ben, and that one crypto babe. I like your name. I see you, Eddie, Ben. What's up? What's going on? All right, y'all keep tapping the screen on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much. Okay, so those are the things we're going to cover today. Everybody got it. I see y'all on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay, so let's keep going. Share the live. Tap the screen, TikTok. Share Facebook and YouTube. Share with the person that is interested in crypto. Okay, so a little bit about me for people who do not know me, and this is your first time on my YouTube channel, first time on Facebook or TikTok. My name is Leona Clark. I currently reside in the state of Louisiana. I am a mom. I am a wife. My husband is a retired Army veteran, and so am I. I retired in 2021 from 20 years on the dot of there we go. Cool. So after 20 years of active duty Army, okay? Active duty Army. And also after that time, actually while I was still in the Army, I started my entrepreneurship journey and then went into full-time trading and investing. So that is all I do, y'all. I do not work a job. Shout out to my people who do work a job. But if your goal is to eventually go from working your 9 to 5 to being able to do just investing and trading full time, or just being you, whatever that looks like, by all means, this is one of those ways to help you do that. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. All right. And I do want to share a quick story. Okay. Because some people are like, I hear you, Leona, you talking about some full time and you joined the army. I mean, of course, that's why you're able to do that, because you joined the army and everything. Y'all, being in the army is not easy. And any of my service members, okay, be it current or past, veterans, retired, or whatever, you just ETS, it don't matter. All of us know that being in the military, let alone the army, is not easy. Okay? It is not for the weak. It is not for the finicky. The people that's like skittish and stuff is not for you. And that's okay. My brother say, sure, not exactly. We was together, you know what I'm saying, in the trenches. So we know, right? You have to be a special type of person to be in the military. And you also, y'all, have to be a special type of person to be a full-time investor and trader that is profitable. Okay? You have to be a special type of person, meaning you have to have a certain type of mentality. You have to be able to motivate yourself. You have to be disciplined, right? You have to be consistent. So what started me on this path, y'all, is I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't have my mommy and daddy with me. God bless the people that did. I'm very envious of you, because I grew up in a single parent home. I grew up in the 1980s and 1990s, and you know what I'm saying? Graduated from high school in 2000. So I'm a millennial, right? I'm more of the mature millennial, but our thing was marching into the millennial, right? And I didn't grow up with a spoon in my mouth. I grew up in the projects with a single parent. My grandma actually raised me and my brother. My mom was on crack cocaine from, I don't know what age I was. I know I was in elementary school, but you know what I'm saying? Like from elementary school until she passed, my mom was on crack cocaine, and my mom passed away in 2001. At the age, and I was 19 years old at the time. So going from the projects, seeing people using drugs, drive-by shootings, all of, the stuff that you kind of hear about or whatever, seeing that firsthand, and then saying, you know what, I got to be out. I joined the army at 17. Now, here's the thing. After joining the army, I got exposed to so much stuff. I got exposed to different cultures, different people, different experiences. Was it easy? Absolutely not. I faced racism, sexism, all kind of nonsense. Okay. But here's what I did. During that time, I bust my butt, but I made a decision. 2018, when I was in Georgia, I made a decision before my final duty station. I was like, I'm going to retire. That's it. I'm done working for other people, because I started working at the age of 16. So I was like, I'm tired of sitting here having people telling me when I can eat, when I can, spend time with family, when I got to get up, when I could go to bed. I got tired of it, to be honest. So again, at that time, 2018, I was like, my next duty station, I'm done. So in 2020, at my final duty station, right, I put in my retirement packet, and then I got re-exposed to cryptocurrency. So initially, I was exposed to cryptocurrency in 2017. It was just for trading. Y'all, I sucked at that time. I sucked. Thank you so very much. I sucked big time because I didn't have any education. It was just, you should be trading crypto. And I made $10,000, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. But my schedule in the army and then me trying to figure it out on my own, I was like, man, bump this. I'm done. Not even gonna lie. I was just like, whatever. But here's the thing. 2020 is when I said, listen, I'm going to retire. So I want to be able to do this on my own, right? Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to do this on my own. And so that's what I did. I started paying for education. That's what I did while I was still in the army. I started paying for crypto education. I started learning and I started executing. My first purchase was Bitcoin, and I bought my first bit of Bitcoin. Price of Bitcoin at that time, y'all, was $7,927. Did you hear what I said? Bitcoin at that time was 7,000. What is this? Not alive. It's not edited. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because I just said the word Bitcoin and how much it costs, but TikTok just said I was restricted, y'all. I'm telling you, TikTok is a mess. This is why I got off of here in the first place. So I guess I can't say that. I'm looking, y'all. Give me a second. Yeah, that's probably why, because I said that. Well, I guess I gotta spell stuff out, y'all, on TikTok. So YouTube and Facebook, y'all, bear with me, because TikTok tripping. I can't say certain words. So anyway, at that time, it was, a little over 7,000. I know, right? This is so crazy. He say use Army code. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So at that time it was over 7,000. Then ETH, okay. I know, right? Yeah, he said say BTC exact. That's why I just said ETH. Okay, y'all should know what that is. Hopefully you do. ETHEREUM. Okay, but ETH at that time was a little over $600. I purchased that first as well. So those are the two things I purchased, right? At low prices. Now I want y'all to go right now and just Google what they cost today. What does BTC cost today? And I started buying it in 2020 at over 7,000, right? And then look at what ETH costs today versus when I started buying it back in 2020 at over $600. Okay? And just imagine the gains. You don't have to imagine, you can calculate it for yourself. Okay? So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to know it's not about how you start, it's what you do. Yeah, you start, but are you going to continue? Do you continue on that journey? Or do you say, oh, it's not moving fast enough for me, so I'm out. I'm throwing my hands up. It went down 10%. I'm out. I'll take the loss. Like, no, we're not doing that. Okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I did not start with somebody giving me a bunch of money. I ain't have a trust fund or none of that. But guess what I'm going to do for my kids? They will have what I did not have because I now have the information, right? I see you buying and holding. That's good. That's really good. Okay. So I want to throw something out there for all of you to just kind of think about and just see if I'm not the only one that's thinking this way, right? So some people would say, hey, that's really great. You retired from the Army at 38, so you're super successful, right? But I want y'all to think about this thing called the 40-40-40 rule. How many of you have heard of that? If you've heard of that and you can type without hurting yourself, right? Or getting in trouble and losing your job, okay? Type the numbers 40 in the chat if you're watching live or the replay. Type the numbers 40 if you have heard of the 40-40-40 rule. Now, see, Facebook and YouTube, y'all are gonna be cheating because y'all can actually see it, right? TikTok, y'all can't see it. He say, do it for the long haul, trust the process. That's right. Absolutely. And I see you. Thank you. So 40. Got it. Right. 40. Okay. So what we were taught, y'all, most of us were taught to go to school, get this really great job, child. Now you got to make sure you secure the bag with your job. And then you're going to work them 40 hours, right? You're going to do that for 40 years. And then once you do that and you retire, you're going to live off 40% of your income. Now I want to ask y'all a question. Who sees a problem with this whole equation? If you know that there are people that are already struggling with 100% and there are people that are working 2 and 3 jobs, how in the world do you think a person's supposed to survive off of 40%? They just work 40 years and now they're supposed to live off of 40, maybe 50. Some people may get lucky 60%. Huh? Make it make sense. Who here agrees with this rule that we should do this? Put a 1 of you believe we should be doing this. Put a 2 of you are like, nah, they don't lost their ever-loving mind and they need to switch this system because this is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a 1 if you're like, yeah, I mean, the 40-40-40 rule isn't that badly. Yeah, I'm doing great with the 40%. But put a 2 if you're like, no, the devil is a lie like that. Nah, dog, pay me what you owe me. I gave you 40 years of my life, dog. You better give me a whole 100% and more, right? He said, my goal is to make that 7-figure of this bull run. I'm accumulating and waiting. Absolutely hot take. I love it. Right? And then my brother say you can't at all live off 40%. They lied, child. They don't lie big time. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're in the best possible position. So the money that you do have coming in from your job, the money that you do have coming in from your business, right? We need to put that to work for us. Now, again, y'all, this market, okay? I'm just gonna start saying the C market because I don't know if that's gonna be censored too on TikTok or what. But anyway, you know, this market, y'all, is one of the many ways that you can turn that into, okay, yeah, I may only get 40%, but what if you start cutting back expenses today, the frivolous spending, and now you start to live off of 40%, but you're investing 60%, not just in crypto, y'all, okay? Not just in the C market, but in multiple markets, okay? But definitely the C market should be up in there because it's giving us the biggest gains, to be honest, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about solutions because I'm a solution person. Don't bring me a problem and then expect me to just be like, okay, no, I'm a problem solver. I've been that way my entire life. Hence why I share the way that I share, and I share what I share, right? So what the solution is one of those things is us investing in this market, okay? It's us investing in this market. Again, this isn't the end all be all, but this is one of the ways that we can put our hard-earned money to work, right? So here's a couple of my benefits. Now, for those of you that say, oh, well, I have other benefits, feel free to type them in the chat. But I'm going to tell you some of my personal benefits because I've experienced it myself, okay? Number one, high growth potential. Y'all, crypto, the C market, I'm going to get this together, okay? The C market, okay, particularly BTC and ETH have shown significant price appreciation over time. Again, look at the post that I just recently did yesterday here on TikTok, y'all. I'm showing you how price has increased and increased and increased to where it is today. Okay. And I just told you when I first started purchasing BTC, it was a little over $7,000 or almost $8,000, right? Like, come on now. So from almost 8,000 in 2020 to almost 100K in 2025, that's 5 years, y'all. 5 years. Come on now. That wasn't 2020, my bad. That was 2017 when I made that first purchase. My apologies. And then again in 2020, I started buying again BTC. So my bad. Okay, I want to make sure I'm correct on that. So now that's the first thing though, and I'm going to say this: high growth potential that applies to something called ETFs, y'all. Exchange traded funds in the stock market, y'all. I invest in one of the ETFs that was a trust before in the stock market called Grayscale. Okay. I started buying that again in 2023. My first purchase was in end of 2020, right? Or the end of 2021, my bad. The end of 2021. And then I reinvested again in the middle of 2023. Y'all, since I reinvested again in that BTC exchange traded fund in the stock market with Grayscale, y'all, I'm up just in that one thing alone over 500%. Did you hear what I said? Not 5, not 50, 500% in profit from one thing in the cryptocurrency market and the stock market. So again, high growth potential. That's one of the biggest benefits when investing in this particular market. Second thing is ownership and control, right? We want to make sure that we already give a lot of ourselves. We're doing a whole lot and we feel like we don't have control, right? But this is one of those things that as an investor, we have direct ownership of our asset now, right? So unlike our traditional investments, stock market, okay, is a perfect example. Being in a bank, putting your money into the bank, your centralized exchanges, right? Those things you don't have ownership. But when you take it from centralized to decentralized, guess what? You are your own bank. You tell it where to go, when to come in. You do that. Not anyone else. You're the only person that has access to it, right? Does that make sense to everybody? On TikTok, if it's making sense, make sure y'all tap the screen, right? If it's making sense, tap the screen. If it's making sense to you on Facebook and YouTube, let me know, okay? Right? So that's the second benefit. The third benefit, me personally, is the potential for passive income. I know most of us were taught that we need to get into the real estate market, right, to get passive income. You still should do that. Absolutely. I'm not telling anyone not to do it because I'm still going to invest in the real estate market. We just sold a property last year, right? So no, I'm still doing that. However, why would I stop myself with just the real estate market or just dividends in the stock market when I could do the same thing in the C market? Right? I see you, Ashley. Ashlyn Speaks. Appreciate you, right? We could do the same thing here. We can create passive income through something called staking. Okay? There are some people that do the yield farming and lending their crypto or whatever. I don't do that. I do the staking. I also am into airdrops. Shout out to my husband on that one, right? Because I'm a holder of certain projects, I can actually earn free because I'm holding certain things like XRP. Okay? Like Flare. I can get more because I'm holding those things. Okay? So that's the potential for income, passive income. Again, it doesn't have to look like I just do one thing in this market. There are multiple ways for you to multiply your money in this market. You just have to know how to do it, right? So if that's making sense, let me know. So let me tell y'all what it's done for me, and then we're going to move on to everything else, all right? So what it's done for me personally, Leona Clark, okay? I've been fortunate enough to pay off debt using the profit from some of these things, right? I will not be doing that anymore when it comes to BTC because I'm holding my BTC from here on out. Again, that's a lesson learned for me because had I not used my BTC, I would be way up. You know what I'm saying? Like my portfolio will be way more than it is right now. However, I was able to use profit from it, from BTC and ETH and others, right, to pay off debt. I've been able to use it to get into other investments because, like I said, y'all, I invest in the stock market. I've used some of my profit to purchase gold and silver because I invest in precious metals, like buying physical gold and silver, right? Also, I've been able to put some of that money into something called treasury bills. So some of y'all may know about it. You may do bonds or whatever, but yes, I purchased treasury bills. So I've been able to use profit to get into other investments. On top of that, y'all, I've created other portfolios for my kids and my goddaughters. I have 2 goddaughters, right? So now as adults, they're going to, when they learn what I'm doing and how I'm multiplying their portfolio, they're going to be able to take it and do the same thing for their kids when they have them. Right? So this is what it's done for me, and hopefully it does this and more for you, but it's on us to apply, okay? So let's get into what is crypto. All right, cryptocurrency is nothing but a digital currency, y'all. It is something that we can use to buy goods and services. I've done that before. I've bought photos. I've paid for car repairs. Shout out to me being a holder of this market. He says, wife and I have been investing in gold and silver as well. Absolutely, y'all. Diversification is key, right? So with crypto, we're able to use this to buy goods and services, right? There are companies that are allowing you to make purchases. You can buy certain cars with it. You can pay certain bills with it. You can buy real estate depending on where you are. You can buy real estate with it. So listen, it's not like, oh, it's this fly-by-night thing. If you have large corporations, if you have the president of the United States investing and creating meme coins in this space, like, come on now, they know that the money is there. They know that there is usage there. So now it's on us to figure out, well, how is it going to benefit me? And which ones have the potential to be around long term so I can make money long term and not a quick grab. and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so there's just a couple of companies and celebrities that I want to let you all know that have been investing in this market for a long time. And some of them, they were telling you not to do it. They were telling me not to do it, but they were doing it behind our backs, okay? Which is the history here in this country. So a couple of those companies and celebrities is Bank of America, JP Morgan. Bank of America was notorious for telling, and JP Morgan actually, but Bank of America was notorious for telling people to not invest in this market because they have all of these hoodlums and traffickers out here sitting here putting their money into this market, so you shouldn't invest in it and it's not safe. All of this stuff that they were saying. Meanwhile, they were buying ETH like crazy. Huh. Don't believe me? Go back and read some of the articles from 2021 on Bank of America and this market. And it will show you that they were investing in a decentralized finance market within this market. They were putting a bunch of money into ETH. Bank of America was. So go back. You can fact check. Trust me. I have no problem with anyone fact checking me. Okay? So you have Tesla. Now, mind you, this person, the CEO of Tesla, sits here and says, oh, BTC takes up too much energy and we shouldn't be la. But then he's sitting here holding 10,000 of them. Again, y'all, please watch what these people do, not just listen to what they say. Because they say one thing, but they're doing something totally different. MicroStrategy is another one. Oprah Winfrey, Serena Williams, and her husband, Mark Cuban. And of course, like I said, the president of the United States, all invest in cryptocurrency. And y'all, that's just a few people. There's just a few companies. There's a whole lot more that are involved in this market and have been for years. You just may not have known that because they have told you something else while doing what I'm talking about today. Okay? So let's get into some of the things I want you to avoid as a new investor in this market. Y'all, get ready to write this down. If you have never, ever attended any of my master classes before, get ready to write these down, because I'm telling y'all this because this is stuff that I personally had to experience, and I was very mad at myself. But then I was like, well, you know what? I can help somebody else to not do what I did, okay? So first things first, one of the things I want you to avoid as a new investor in this market is utilizing newer trading platforms that are offering to flip your digital assets in a short amount of time. Notice, y'all, I'm attempting to refrain from using the word, that starts with the C, because I don't know if they're going to give me another restriction or what, okay, and whatnot. So, and y'all go ahead and share, because they're saying they're not going to share it to the platform because I used the word BTC, like I actually said the word so multiple times, and I said the dollar amount after that. So I guess I can't say numbers either associated with BTC. So on TikTok. But anyway, so y'all share the live, keep tapping the screen too. Okay, please, I appreciate it. So that's the first thing, y'all. And the reason why I'm saying that, to stay away from those trading platforms that offer to flip your digital assets in a short amount of time, is because I'm a prime example of how I've had it happen to me twice. Now, granted, I did use my disposable income, y'all, so I didn't use cash that I could not afford to lose. So thankfully, that's what I did. But the first one, they told us that, hey, we have this software and it's doing all this stuff. And I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple grand that, like, I could put it in here because I'm already investing in all these other things. So that's what I did. So I put a couple grand into it. You know what I'm saying? And not even, it was going to be in the next week, I believe, that I was going to be able to take my initial investment out and just have the profit in there multiplying, right? Not even before I hit that week, they just ghosted everybody. I'm talking about shut down, and then sat here and sent out all these whack messages and all this stuff or whatever. And I was like, man, I said, these jokers don't took our money. These jokers don't took our money, man. I was mad, but then I couldn't do nothing but laugh, because I was like, well, hey, next time you just need to take your money out faster. Hence what I did the second time around. So the second time around, this was, unfortunately, it was one of us owned companies trading platform, and they were doing really great for a long period of time before I got on the scene. And I think it lasted about close to a year. I can't really remember. It lasted close to a year. So the money that I put in, granted, thank God I was able to take out my profit, you know what I'm saying? Or not take out my profit, but take out my initial investment and some profit and whatnot, and then use that to put into other investments and whatnot. But not everybody was fortunate like me to be able to take out their initial investment and profit, because they end up shutting down too. So I'm sharing this with you guys to say, y'all, just learn how to do the research on these different crypto projects or on these different digital projects, right? These different digital assets. Do the research yourself, purchase them yourself, and then move, sell, whatever yourself. Don't rely on any of these trading platforms to do it for you, because they're going to last for a little bit, but they definitely won't be there always, okay? The second thing that I want you to avoid as a new investor in this market is to purchase your digital assets from a compliant source, not something that you've never heard of and you can't find any information, legitimate information about. So when you go to research, let's say Coinbase, you should be able to find a history on Coinbase. You should be able to see who their CEO is. You should be able to see who's on their team. You should be able to do a bit of background check on all of this stuff. You should be able to do that. If a platform you're looking to buy your digital assets from does not have the data, doesn't have the history, you can't find articles on them from reputable news sources, then guess what? You need to cut ties and move on to something else, okay? We do not want to purchase our digital assets from non-compliant sources. Everybody got it? That's number 2. Number 3, and if you need me to slow down, please say something, y'all, because I'm going to keep going, okay? Number 3 is the third thing I want you all to avoid as new investors in this market is purchasing your digital assets and leaving it on that centralized exchange. Centralized exchange means like I'm buying something and I'm leaving it in my bank account, when I can put it in something secure that only I have access to and my bank cannot touch. My bank can't take my money and give it to someone else and lend it to them and make interest off of my money and then give me crumbs at the end of the year. Or if your bank does every month, right? So what we want to do when we make a purchase on, let's say, Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, Kraken, Robinhood, wherever you're going to buy your digital assets from, when you do that, you want to move it from that space to something called a hot wallet or a cold wallet. Again, y'all, especially for my people on TikTok, if you have been tuning in to the series that I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, I've already broken down what hot wallets and cold wallets are, okay? If you don't know what that is, I need you to write it down and then go do some research. Or you can watch the replay here on YouTube, okay? It's called Crypto 101, all right? Y'all can tune into that, and I break all of that down. What are hot wallets? What are cold wallets? What are the actual wallets just in general? I break all of that down in the first lesson. Okay. So now you need to do that. So, and here's the reason why I'm saying you all need to make sure that you move it from where you purchase it from. Because if you leave it there, they control it. They own it. You just bought it, but you don't own it. Right? Okay. So now think about it like a person that is staying in a home, but you're renting it. You don't own that home. So anything that you do in that home, right? Anything that you do in there, you're going to have to either put it back how the owners had it, or you're going to have to pay because now they're going to have to fix it, right? Whereas if you purchase it to own it yourself, true, in the United States, it's not really ownership in the real estate market, but however, it's the facade that you own that home because you went through the mortgage process. Now you can make tweaks and all of that stuff however you see fit, right? That's what it's like taking your digital assets off of that exchange, Coinbase, Gemini, crypto.com, whoever you're going to use, right? Taking it from that and putting it onto either a hot or a cold wallet. Again, write those two terms down: hot wallet, cold wallet. And if you don't want to go research it, go to lesson 1 on my YouTube channel. Okay, it's titled Crypto 101, lesson 1. Okay, it's in there. All right, now the fourth thing I want you all to avoid as new crypto investors, right, is downplaying security protocols to protect your digital assets. Just like you don't give out your password, your username and password for your bank mobile app, y'all, you should be making sure that you're securing your digital assets the same way in this market, right? Seriously. So when you take it from that Coinbase, Robinhood, whoever you're going to use, when you take it from there, now there's something called seed phrases or recovery phrases or private keys, whichever term you want to use. Again, that's in lesson 1, right? You need to write those down. So now if you want to move your digital assets, you want to send it to somebody, you want to do whatever it is, then now you can do that and it's all on you. It's not on someone else. No one else can get access to your stuff unless they have access to those private keys, seed phrases, recovery phrases. Everybody got it? Welcome to everyone that's coming in new. Hey, listen, y'all, TikTok has given me a restriction, so they're not going to share my live because I said the word BTC, and I put the price that I purchased BTC at the time. I said it directly following it, so they gave me 2 restrictions, so they're not going to share my live. So I'm going to ask you guys on TikTok to share this live with someone, 1 or 2 people that you know are interested in this market, or have just started out, but they really don't know what they're doing and they need a little help. This would be perfect for them. So share, y'all. Share. I really appreciate it because they have definitely told me that they ain't gonna sit here and put my live stream out there because I told people how much I started out buying BTC at. So yeah. So lesson learned. Now I know I can't tell you how much money that certain things cost. I guess that's the thing on TikTok. So anyway, so appreciate it. Thank you all for sharing. Share, and keep tapping the screen. I really appreciate it. All right. That was number 4, right? Last one, y'all, is the thing that I want you all to avoid as new investors in this market is purchasing your digital assets based off of hype alone and not doing research. Y'all, the worst investor is the uninformed investor. The worst investor is the uninformed investor. You are gambling. That's not investing, baby. That is gambling. Because how in the world do you know when to sell? If you don't do any research, how are you going to know when to buy? How are you going to know when to exchange it for something else? How are you going to know anything to help you either make more money or potentially minimize your losses in this market if you don't do your own research? Hence why I led with, I know I'm going to talk to y'all about the top 5, but I need everybody to do their own research regardless of what I share with you. Okay? So those are the things that I am asking you as new investors in this market to avoid, because trust me, been there, done that, y'all. And I don't want you to go through the stuff that I went through, because I could have had way more money than I have right now in this market had I executed on the stuff that I'm sharing with you guys today. Okay? Or avoided those things that I'm sharing with you all today. All right? So that's that. Now, next, we're going to get into why should I be investing in this market today? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of things, okay? If y'all ready, let me know. Tap the screen, TikTok, tap if you're ready. And then, of course, Facebook and YouTube, y'all let me know if you're ready. Just give me a thumbs up, okay? So here's a couple of reasons why I say we should be investing in cryptocurrency. Everyone, in my personal opinion, this is not a fact, y'all. This is Leona's opinion, all right, that we should be investing in the cryptocurrency market. 1, because it's the fastest growing market in the world, y'all. It came on the scene in 2009, okay? That's how many years ago? And right now, BTC is number 7. Number 7 of top assets. Y'all, number 7 of top assets. Now, when I did this last month, it was at 1.8 trillion. Right? BTC was. But it's number 7. Y'all, it's coming. It's coming for gold spot. Because I want to say gold is at like 13 trillion or something like that. 14 trillion, whatever it is. I have to go back and look again. But I know it's double digits. So, but listen, BTC is coming for it. Right? Number 2, though, here's another reason why we should invest, because there are certain projects in this market that are limited supply. What happens when there's a limited supply of something that people want? What happens to the price of those things? If there's something that people want and it's only a limited supply of them, what happens to the price of those things, y'all? Come on, anybody type it in the chat. What happens to the price of things that people really want and it's a limited supply of it? Exactly, sir. They go up. Think about them eggs. Y'all see that they sit here talking. There are certain places where they're limiting the amount of eggs you can purchase at one time. It gives 19 all over again. When you could only buy a certain number of hand sanitizers, toilet paper, stuff like that, right? Y'all remember that season? Same thing happening right now, right? But that's what happens in this market when there are certain projects that are limited supply. So an example, BTC, there's only 21 million available, period. There will not be more created. Right now, it's 19.8 million already circulating. That's an estimation, right? But it's about 19.8 million already circulating. So what does that tell you? You don't have time. Listen, if I were you, let me rephrase that. If I were you, I would not sell any of my BTC ever again. If it's only 21 million available and it's 19.8 estimated, right? 19.8 circulated right now, you can't afford to sell any of your BTC. You can offer something that is like, hey, I can give you some Ethereum. I can pay you in Ethereum. I can pay you in ETH, right? But if I were you, I would not be selling any of my BTC moving forward. If you know that you're going to be in this market and you're going to be serious, right? Number three, here in the United States, again, I can't speak for any other country. I can only speak for the United States. But the president proposed a potential 0% capital gains tax on certain coins. ADA, write the ticker symbols down, y'all, because I can't say them because I've already gotten 2 restrictions on this live, okay? And that's why they're not sharing my live on the FYP. So again, y'all, if you can share this live with at least 1 or 2 people that you know that are interested in this market or just started out, but they have no clue what they're doing, okay? But yeah, so ADA, ALGO, algo, that's the second one. HBAR, okay, HBAR, that's the third one. And XRP. Those are the 4 that the president proposed, right? Proposed may have a 0% capital gains tax. Okay? So that means that if you're investing in these things already, or you do the research, and you're like, ooh, I really want to invest in this one, and here's why, and you start investing in it, if this goes through, then guess what? Now you can potentially get your profit and not be taxed on it. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, he don't pay taxes anyway, so I mean, it's only right that you make it possible for other investors. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay taxes. That's just saying, share the wealth, right? So the fourth reason that I put, y'all, fourth reason why I put that we should all be investing in this market is there's versatile earning opportunities. So I already shared with you guys that you can get passive income by doing your staking, yield farming, lending, also in airdrops, right? You can write that term down. Airdrops, like air drop, raindrop. Okay. Airdrops, if you're a holder of certain projects like XRP, I believe there's one for Stellar XLM. Let me say that. My bad. XLM. There's some that you could do that. Also FLR. Okay. FLR is another one. You can look into that, do your own research, take that risk if you want to take that risk because of your research, right? But not only that, y'all, you can also get into this market through what I shared earlier, ETFs, right? So like I have Grayscale, BlackRock has ETFs that are part of this market. So they have BTC ETFs. They also just launched or was approved for the XRP ETF. Not Grayscale. BlackRock was, right? So it's only a matter of time. I didn't see if it hit the market yet, but I know they were approved, right, to launch that XRP ETF. So again, if you're that person, good and well, you're not responsible like that. You're like, man, I ain't gonna be able to keep up with no sequence of words and stuff. Like I've been lost my head if it wasn't attached to my neck and my body. Like what the heck? Like I can't do that. Then going the ETF route in the stock market may be a better fit for you. Investing in certain stocks that are heavily involved in this market may be a route for you. Like going through MicroStrategy, Tesla, even Coinbase. Exodus has a stock now, right? They're on the stock market now, New York Stock Exchange now. Exodus is a hot wallet. So there are so many ways you can get into this market, y'all. It's not just one way, and that's the right way. It's all up to you. But you have to be honest to yourself about what am I willing to do and what am I capable of doing. So if you know that you're like, nah, I'm capable of keeping up with my stuff and I'm willing to do the research so that way I can look into these different crypto projects and I get all the profit, right? Then cool. You're going to go more than likely to buy a whole route. You're probably going to do a bit of staking and so on and so forth. But if you're that person that's saying, yo, listen, I ain't with all that. I ain't trying to keep up with nothing. I've been lost it and then I lose my money. Now I'll be pissed. Okay, so go the traditional route and then consider going into the stock market, getting the ETF, BTC ETF, XRP ETF, ETH ETF, or just investing in those companies that are investing heavily into this market. Those are the other ways that you can do it, but you still can be involved in this market, y'all, and see the gains. Because remember what I told y'all earlier, I invest in one ETF that's in this crypto market, that's in this market. One ETF, and I'm up over 500% since the middle of 2023. 500%. So again, you don't have to just do one thing in this market. You can do multiple things in this market to get the gains that you're seeking, right? Okay. So those are just my reasons why I would say we should all be investing in the cryptocurrency in this market. I'm trying, y'all, not to say it, but this is just one of the reasons why I feel like, a few of the reasons why I feel we should be investing in this market. Okay. So it's not the end all be all, but this is one way to put your money to work for you. So I'm going to show you guys here. This screenshot. Let me turn this around for a second so TikTok can see it. Bam, where's the thing? There we go. Okay, so you guys should be able to see now. This is a screen that they can see here on YouTube and Facebook. So all I'm doing is showing you BTC history. Okay, so what you can see here is from 2016. At the top of here, you see from 2016. Let me make this a bit bigger. There we go. From 2016 to 2023, but at the bottom you'll see the numbers from 2024. So all I'm going to do is just give you the percentage, either gain or loss for that year. Okay, so 2016, we saw a gain of 122%, right? From 2017, we saw a gain of over 1,000%. Okay, 2018, we saw a loss of 73%. 2019, you see that, right? There's gains. 2020, there's gains. 2021, there's gains. 2022, there's a loss. 2023, there's gains. 2024 at the bottom of the screen, y'all, you should see there was a gain of a 114. So you should might as well say 115%. So what you see here with BTC in particular, from 2016 to 2024, there were only 2 years where there were losses. 2018 and 2022. Everybody got that? Now, again, I'm not telling you guys that that's always going to be the case. No, that's not always going to be the case, because nothing is guaranteed in investing. All of us know that, right? So that just means that we need to be prepared for anything. We work, we get the information, and then we make the adjustments so that way we can get the results that we're looking for, right? So everybody got that with BTC history. So this is why, again, I shared on TikTok that reel or that video showing you guys the progression from when I got into it, in 2020, again, like as an investor, getting into it in 2020 to today, where it has taken me and my family. Again, I'm not telling you that what I got, you're going to have. You may surpass me, and that will be freaking awesome, because that means that I did my job. I did my job, y'all. I did what I was supposed to do. Okay? Any questions about anything you've seen so far? Because we're about to wrap this up by talking about how to get started. How to get started. Hopefully, y'all know how to get started. But if you've missed any of those Crypto 101 classes that I've done here on TikTok, right? We're going to talk about how to get started, but also you can tune into the replay, okay? Of Crypto 101 on my YouTube channel. You can do that. All right, so here we go. So how we get started? Number one, what we want to do is set up a secure email address right now. Now, I have given people the one that I use, but again, research is your friend. So if you find in research that, hey, Proton Mail may not be for you, again, that is Proton Mail, PROTONMAIL. If you find that Proton Mail is not for you, it may not be as user-friendly as you thought it was going to be. Trust me, y'all, do some research. You'll find one. Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, those things are not secure encrypted emails, okay? Proton Mail is. But there are also other ones out there. You just have to find what's going to work for you, okay? That's step one, though. Set up a secure email. Everybody got it? This is how you get started. Don't sit here and say nobody told you how to get started in this market when I'm giving you step by step, okay? Step number two, if you haven't already, establish your investment budget. This is going to be for each month, right? So each month, I know how much money I have going out. I know how much money I have coming in. Now, with the money that's going out, how much is left over in disposable income, meaning it's not attached to any monthly expense, is money that I could put towards whatever I want to put it to. Okay, so let's just say hypothetically you have an excess of $1,000, 1,000 euro remaining. Now you can decide how much of that $1,000, 1,000 euro do I want to put into this market. It doesn't have to be the entire 1,000 because you may not be that risky. You may say, hey, I only want to put 20% of it in there. Okay, cool. You may say, I'm going to put 50%. Okay, cool. Whatever you decide, you need to go according to your risk tolerance because this market is very risky. Okay? So once you establish the amount, let's say you say it's going to be 500 every month out of that 1,000. Cool. Now, am I doing this every week? So am I breaking down that 500 to be put into the market weekly, or am I doing it every other week, or am I just putting the 500 in there once a month? Like I'm just putting the whole 500 in there one time each month, and then I'm letting it do what it do. Okay? What am I doing? That's step two. Okay? Keep in mind, y'all, wealthy people, if I haven't learned anything else from sitting here being in all of these coaching programs with multimillionaires and whatnot, being associated with a billionaire, like seriously, y'all, if I have not learned anything from them, the biggest thing I have learned from them is they pay themselves first. And here's how they pay themselves: by investing. They invest first, y'all, period. Then they go and they pay their bills and whatnot, their monthly expenses and everything. And then they buy the stuff that they want. Y'all, a lot of us were taught the opposite. We pay our bills first, then we go splurge and buy the stuff we want, and then investing or saving would be a second thought, if a thought at all. Right? We don't want to do that because we know better. We're adults now. It's not on our mommy and daddy to teach us anymore. We have the internet. We have Google. We have Chat GPT. We have all of these things at our disposal in these beautiful smartphones that we have. Let's utilize those things to make sure that we're building that wealth that we say we want. Okay? And being consistent with it. So now when you establish that budget, you're going to do your investments every single month with the amount you said, the frequency you said. You're going to do that every single month from here on out. Do not stop. Don't make an excuse as to why you don't invest. Do it every single month, right? And trust me, like that gentleman said, that his desire is, or his goal is to be a 7-figure earner, right, in this market during this bull run. Then guess what? That's possible for every single person when we're consistent. That's the only way you get that, okay? Step three is we're going to decide if we're going to invest via the decentralized route or the centralized route. So that means that decentralized is like, hey, I'm going to purchase my stuff, right, from Coinbase and everything. I'm going to buy a whole, and I'm going to move it from there to that what? Hot wallet or cold wallet. Got it? Or you say, hey, listen, I'm more traditional. I want to be in this market, but I'm not doing all of that. You may go the centralized route, and that can include staying in the stock market and investing via your ETFs, the exchange traded funds, or in those companies that are investing in this market. And their profit in this market impacts their share price, right? Y'all keep sharing this live stream, share the live stream, because they have, TikTok has given me 2 restrictions because I said the word BTC, like Ashley said what it is, and I said the price after that from when I purchased it or started buying it. So they gave me 2 restrictions. So share. If you are loving it, share it with 1 or 2 people that you know are interested in this market, that are already in it, but they have no clue what they're doing. Like they just put some money in. It was like, I'm just gonna let it do whatever it do. I don't really understand it. I just know I just bought some BTC. Like that's it. Okay. So share, and also keep tapping the screen, y'all. Keep tapping the screen. I appreciate it. All right. So now once you've decided which route you're going to go, either you're going to go the decentralized route, because I'm going to buy and hold, I'm going to be in control of it, I'm going to have ownership, or you say, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm going ETF. I'm going the stock market route. I'm just buying into the companies like MicroStrategy, so on and so forth. I'm just going to buy into them. And you know what I'm saying? Do my thing over there. Okay. Once you do that, now, if you're going to go the buy and hold route, which is your decentralized route, then now you're going to set up an account with your exchange of choice, whether that's Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, Robinhood, Gemini, it does not matter. Whoever you're going to use, because you've done your research, you need to set up an account so that way you can start purchasing your coins. Okay, everybody got it. That's step 4. Now, after that, if you are doing the decentralized route, right? I want to own it. I want ownership. Okay, you're going to either or both. Okay, you're going to set up your hot wallet. That can be with Exodus. That could be with Trust. That can be with Tron. That can be with Crypto. Coinbase has their own decentralized wallet. Whoever you want to use. By all means, do your research, though, to see who you want to use. Next week, on Tuesday, here on TikTok and on YouTube, I'm doing lesson 4, Crypto 101. I'm going to be talking about the different hot and cold wallets and showing you where you can find them at. And then, of course, so you can do your own research and figure out which one you want to use, okay? That's going to be next Tuesday here on Facebook, here on TikTok and on YouTube, okay? At 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, okay? Now, if you say, hey, no, I want to go the cold wallet route, which is like a thumb drive, right? Then guess what? You need to be a little tech savvy. I ain't gonna lie, okay? Because some people get confused with it. But if you're a little bit of tech savvy, like a smidgen, and you can follow instructions really well, you'll be able to use a cold wallet just fine, okay? But that's a thumb drive. It's not connected to the internet. It's not connected to the network. You just put it in, and it's connected during that time. You make your transfers, and then you unplug it Take it out, store it. You're good to go. There's no way that anyone can take your digital assets from you because it's not on the network. Okay. So those are some of your ways to get started. Now that you have that, I want to talk to you about researching the top 5. Remember, we talked about top 5 coins for 2025. Well, let's get into it. BTC is number 1. We all know why that's number 1, because it's only 21 million created, right? And it's so many being circulated right now. The value is high, y'all. There are people talking about $1 million one, like one BTC being worth 1 million. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not God. I don't have the foresight to tell me that. But what I do know is, again, with scarcity comes increased prices. So I would not be surprised if that happened at some point. But it happening like short term, like I don't see that. Okay. But I would say I'm personally increasing my amount of holding this, because I've done all of my paying off debt and everything. So now it's just focusing on increasing the amount of BTC I hold. So 50% of my portfolio is BTC. That's me though. I'm not telling you what to do. TikTok, YouTube or Facebook. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm saying me. 50% of my holdings is BTC. Period. For me. You do what you will with that information. Okay. ETH is next. ETHEREUM. Because again, I don't want to say it and then I get another restriction on TikTok. Okay. So sorry, y'all. All right. ETH is another one because they rule the decentralized finance space. They have a lot of coins that have been built on their technology, right? Their blockchain. So because they're number 2 anyway, I say if I were you, I will hold it. Again, that can be somewhere between like 15 to 25% of your portfolio. Totally up to you though. Okay. Totally up to you if that's what you want to do. But again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. All right. XRP is the next one. Now, when I did this slide earlier, y'all, it was at $2. It was at it was a little over $2. let me rephrase, because that's how I got my last little restriction. So it was a little over $2. Of course, Facebook and YouTube, y'all can see what the price was. But it did drop down a little bit earlier. I just didn't get a chance to change the slides. Okay. But anyway, nonetheless, it's still a little over $2, y'all. And it provides us as investors opportunity to earn more digital assets residually, passive income, okay, through airdrops. This is like the 3rd time of me saying the word airdrops. If I were you and you are considering buying, holding in this market, and you want passive income, another way to get that is through airdrops and not just staking. Okay. So those are 2 terms that you should have written down if you have not attended any of my crypto one-on-one lessons here on TikTok or YouTube. Okay. Over the past 3 weeks. Next is going to be ADA. Of course, Facebook and YouTube, y'all can see what that is, but I'm giving you guys the ticker symbol because I don't want to say it and then say the price of it, and then I get another restriction on TikTok. Okay. So ADA is, earlier when I did the slides, it was at close to $1. Okay. I believe it dropped a couple of cents. I'm not 100% certain, but earlier today it was at 80. It was close to $1, and they have expanded into agriculture, right? They've expanded into finance, education, and so much more. ADA is looking to solve everyday problems, y'all. That's what it is. Okay. It's looking to solve everyday problems. And then the other one is going to be SOL. Soul. Okay. Y'all will know what that is when you put that in, when you're looking for it. That ticker symbol is SOL. Y'all see it on Facebook and on YouTube. But right now it's a little over, well, it's almost $200 per coin, but they're known for their high performance blockchain. And of course, analysts are anticipating it taking over decentralized finance from ETH. okay? Because ETH right now is running that, but they're anticipating SOL to take over that. All right, so with 4 out of 5 of those coins that I mentioned above, you can earn rewards and or passive income, okay? And on top of that, I'm gonna give you 2 more that you can consider researching. Y'all ready? 2 more that you consider researching, and then make a decision on what you want to invest in. One is Algo, ALGO. That's the ticker symbol for it, y'all. That's not the actual name of it, but that's the ticker symbol for it, ALGO. Okay, that's a little under 30 cents right now. Totally up to you. Do your research. But I've purchased it. That's part of my next coins that I'm going to have of 12. That's part of my list. Okay. And then HBAR, HBAR, that one is under 30 cents as well. And that one is particularly a good one because we're going to go into some Q&A. But HBAR is another one, okay? So now, instead of having just the top 5, you have the top 5 plus 2. Everybody got it? Okay? I hope y'all got it. And we're wrapping this up. Are there any questions at all with anything that I shared on today? And if there are no questions, do you all have any comments? All right. And thank you all for the likes. I appreciate y'all on TikTok. Thank you so very much for sharing. Thank you guys for showing up and staying here, and definitely for continuing to support and following too as well. Any questions at all? I'm gonna give y'all a second to type any questions or comments. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my brother. Any questions or comments? If not, I'm going to read y'all these questions that I normally get over and over again. And I say these a lot because I get the same question over and over again. Leona, okay, I know everybody talk about BTC, but what other coins can I get into as a beginner that you think has the biggest potential for profit? Like, which one can I make the most money from outside of BTC? Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, there's 3 that I've been telling people about as of late. Number 1 is XRP. Shout out to my husband on that. Y'all probably have been hearing this a lot on social media, on the news, because these banks are like, they're getting dangerously close to using XRP, right, to do their payment system to make things faster. Like, it's getting close to being set in stone. So if I were you, and we know that it's less than $3 per coin, if I were you, I would cut out my vice for the week and use the amount that I spend on whatever my vice is. I would use that amount to put into XRP. That's just me, though. I'm not telling you what to do, but that would be me, okay? The other one is going to be HBAR, which is what I told you guys about. This is pretty much our next generation blockchain. They're looking at it as like getting into BTC when it first started. Okay. This one again is trading less than 30 cents. So I'm not telling you what to do, but again, if I were you and I say, hey, you know what? I would prefer HBAR this week, you know what I'm saying? And then next week I do XRP or whatever, then do what you need to do according to your pockets, okay, your conviction, and of course your risk tolerance. Last one is ADA. Y'all will know what that is when you look up that ticker symbol, because again, I don't want to say anything that could possibly get me restricted again here on TikTok. So again, the reason why I say ADA, because they've expanded into multiple sectors, okay? And they are looking to solve our problems that impact us on a daily basis. That's their goal. All right. So again, I don't do meme coins. I'm looking for stuff that I can invest in that has the potential for longevity, and I can continue to make money from it. Okay, that's my goal. That is it. That's all. The other question I get is, how do I profit from investing in the cryptocurrency market? Y'all, it's the same thing when you're investing in the stock market. It's the same thing when you're investing in the real estate market. If the price or the value of that thing goes up, then guess what? That means that you're in profit. If the price of it goes down and is lower than when you initially got in, then guess what? You're in the negative. You're not in profit. You're losing money right now. You just have to establish how far down am I okay with before I say, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to have to take this lesson. Okay? So if it's 25% down from where you got in and you say, all right, I'm cutting ties, I just take a loss, then fine. Okay. But this is the way that we profit from it. The price of it has to go up, and it needs to be higher than when we initially got in. So let's say you get into BTC right now. I'm seeing BTC is at 96,000, right? Okay, so if you purchase right now and BTC goes down to 95,000, are you in profit or are you at a loss? Anybody, type it in there. If you purchase BTC right now and it's 96,000 and it goes down to 95,000, are you in profit or are you at a loss? Are you in profit or are you at a loss? Thank y'all for keep tapping the screen. I appreciate you. Okay? You're at a loss. So if BTC goes up to 98 though, and you bought it at 96, then you're in profit. There it is. Okay, so it's the same thing, y'all, as the stock market, everything else. Price has to go up for you to be in profit. Okay, anything outside of that, if you're saying, hey, you know, I want to pull that money and put it into my bank account, that's a whole separate process that I share, okay, in the Crypto Beginner Bootcamp. All right, so since there are no questions, because I didn't see them, and I just saw the comments, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for tuning in. These are some of the things that we learned today. Hopefully you learned today and you have notes and you are creating your plan so you can start investing according to your pockets, okay? And according to your risk tolerance. So number one, we learned what is cryptocurrency. Number two, we talked about things that you as a new investor should avoid in this market. Number three, we talked about why you should start investing in this market right now. Number four, we also covered steps to get started investing in this market. Okay, and then lastly, I share with you guys the top 5 for 2025. Plus, I gave you 2 bonuses, okay, to research and then consider buying if they stand out to you and your budget allows it, okay? So that is it. That is all. I'm going to leave you guys with this Crypto Beginner Bootcamp. It's kicking off March 6th, okay? March 6th, that's on a Thursday, March 6th to the 27th. It's 4 weeks of everything that a beginner should know in this market. Okay. I'm actually showing you guys how to take the research to the next level. I'm showing you guys how to create multiple accounts with your exchanges. I'm showing you guys how to move your digital assets from one place to the next. Okay. I'm giving you all of that step by step, holding your hand to make sure that once those 4 weeks are over, you should know how to do everything you need to do as a beginner. There should not be a question of how do I send someone my address for them to send me some BTC? How do I send BTC? How do I send it from my Coinbase account to my ledger? Like, you should know all of that stuff by the time those 4 weeks are over. Okay. On top of it, I'm going to give y'all a strategy to help you guys with preparing for the selling market that is going to be happening. Okay, so a bear market. I'm going to give y'all some strategies on what I learned, and then I've ultimately ended up applying to help you guys to make sure that you're not sitting here like, oh my God, everything is going down. Because boy, 2022, you could tell them newbies was panicking. Like crying and everything, like I'm losing so much money. You ain't losing no money. You looking at it wrong. But anyway, so I do go over that as well. So each session is going to be held on Thursday, okay, March 6th to the 27th, every week on Thursday at 2 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And it may go down to one time depending on if we only have stateside students like I did the last one. We only had stateside students, so we just kept it at 6 p.m., okay? So if we don't have any international students, it's only going to be 6 p.m. If we do have international students, then it'll be 2 times per day, okay? So we're going to take a deep dive into the various earning opportunities available to our crypto investors, and then also learn more about cryptocurrency just in general with an elementary style teaching, because I do go very slow. So now I'm talking kind of fast right now because I want to get through it so that way everybody can go back to work or prepare to leave work or whatever you're doing. But I want to make sure you guys got it, you know what I'm saying, before you got home and everybody's coming to you for attention and everything, because it is a Friday. All right. So that's it. So that Crypto Beginner Bootcamp, like I said, is kicking off on March the 6th, okay? And that's March 6th to the 27th, 4 weeks, and you're getting everything you should know as a beginner. And by the end of those 4 weeks, you should already be investing in something, whether it's ETFs or the buy and hold. You should also know how to move it. You should have all of your wallets set up. You should know how to find your seed phrases, how to store it, tools, and all kind of stuff, y'all. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff during this boot camp, okay? So that's it, y'all. Since you don't have any questions, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for sharing on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys for the support. And thank you all for showing up on Friday unannounced. Okay, so again, next Tuesday, if y'all are available, next Tuesday on TikTok and on YouTube, I will be doing lesson 4 of Crypto 101, y'all. If you've missed the previous 3, you can go on YouTube. That's Prosperity Calls. You can go on YouTube and then watch the replay, okay? TikTok, y'all can click the link in my bio, and it's gonna have a link tree in there. You can go in there, and then it should show you at the bottom, subscribe to my YouTube channel, whatever. You click on that, it takes you straight to my YouTube channel, okay? So that way you don't have to remember what I said. Like, what did she say it's called? Just go to the link in my bio, select link tree, and at the bottom of that link tree, it's gonna have subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? You can go there and watch the replays for lesson 1, 2, and 3. So that way you're ready and caught up with lesson 4. Okay. So that's it. That's all. I'm going to leave y'all with my favorite quote. And that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe. And he says, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.